All right, so we're going to continue on with our discussion. This is day 4. We're talking about faith. And today we're going to talk about science and faith, or more importantly, science and spirituality. And don't worry, I'm not about to get all religious on you, right? I'm not a preacher or anything like that, or whatever, minister or something like that. But here's where I'll start. I will start off with this. I read some years ago about the Dalai Lama. He had written a book, or was featured in a book or something like that, where he was talking about how science and spirituality are basically talking about similar things from different sides, and that they both are needed. So, I mean, that's the Dalai Lama. He's talking about one of the big, greatest minds and supposed to be for their religion and across the world. Trusted names, trusted, respected title as the Dalai Lama. From there, though, what I want to talk about is this. We have this thing that I think we both need. Both of them are needed. Okay, so we have faith and we have facts. Okay, or more importantly, we're going to talk about spirituality and science. So let's give it a little more definition. But my personal definition, you can just subscribe to this if you're not, if you will. Science is proof of life through facts. Okay, so science says here's what happened, and here's the result. Okay, so what we're given, these are the facts that led up to us coming up to this conclusion. So if we do the same thing based on these facts, I'm going to get some occurrence. Okay, this is what's going to happen. Okay, we have for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. That's how you want to describe it. Okay, then we have the other side. We have spirituality. Spirituality, in my opinion, is this. Spirituality is proof of life through faith. Okay, so I may not know exactly what's going to happen, but I have faith because I believe what my parents have told me. I may have believed what some religious leader have told me, or whomever, somebody in authority, even from my personal experiences. I have faith in that something's going to occur. Whatever I do, if I put something good in, I'm going to get something back tenfold. Whatever you subscribe to in that point. Okay, so I think both sides are needed. But now, as far as it goes, let's go a little further into this and break it down far as, let's just take like karma. Okay, karma, or what goes around comes around, or you get what you put in, get out of what you put into it. The golden rule, whatever you want to call it, right there. If you think about it like this, these things all subscribe to the same thing. Okay, as far as the golden rule, or what goes around comes around, what we're talking about, again, as we just said, is these are the facts. My friend did this, okay, and this is what happened as a result of that. Okay, put the key in ignition, turn the key, this is what happens. Okay, but then in the same token, if I say the same thing, if I put the key in the ignition, because of my past experience, I know when I turn it, I'm expecting by faith for it to start back up. Okay, so now, just as the example itself, we're going to see how we draw there's a fine line between the fact and the faith, a fine line between science and spirituality, if you will. I'm going to try to help you see that fine line and see how both of them are needed. Okay, I'll be as brief as I can, but be as precise as I can with giving this example. If we think about facts from the science side, we got to think about facts. Okay, if we are given a certain piece of information, science says, I have my proof that this is going to occur, something's going to happen, the result's going to be this because of a certain amount of facts, and I've got proof, I've documented this, I've experimented with it, and this is what's going to happen. Now, but we have to realize that in those facts we have to have a certain amount of faith. And if we go back to the definition of faith we talked about yesterday, which was the day before yesterday, faith is belief with an expectancy. Okay? Well, again, I just said, because I believe these facts to be true, I expect this to happen. So, just in and of itself, the word fact is based upon some form of faith. These are the facts, so I believe this. I believe this to happen in the future. Okay, so I have to have some faith in those facts. Okay, and let's switch to the other side. We have the faith. Now, faith says, again, I don't know what's going to happen, but I have believed that something's going to happen here in the future, right? But how is that belief, what is that belief based on? That belief is based upon some type of fact. The fact of the matter may be my personal experience. The fact may be something in a book or a Bible or something like that, or some type of religious book or documents that says this is what's going to happen, and these are the facts as according to whatever you subscribe to. Okay, whatever leader you subscribe to, your maybe parents or some minister, pastor, or whatever it may be. Okay. Those facts say, however, are my evidence that if I put without belief in this, this is going to happen. So I must have that factual basis for my beliefs and for my faith. So if you look at both sides of that, we're talking about similar things, both sides, the car example or just using the meaning and the definition of these two words, you must have both of them. They're like polar opposites. They're like the yin yang. Okay, you must have one without the other. Can I have no facts without there being some faith? And can I have any faith without there being some faith? So can I have any faith without there being some facts? Excuse me. All right, so I hope by having confusion about it, I hope you understand what we're talking about. Please open up the discussion here. Ask me any questions about this, about the faith and fact. There is no more debate. You need both of them. Okay? I got to get back to cooking. My son wants me to make some scallops. He saw the word and saw some pictures and was like, I want some scallops. He didn't even know what they are. But I'm back here getting it done with my chef. Matter of fact, I usually have a show on Sundays, every other Sunday on my Facebook channel. You have Sunday Dinner with Fortune, okay? Talking about family dinners and how the importance of family dinners is that we have lost that sound foundation. But I'm also thinking about doing something with it's called Thursdays, where we're taking wines and spirits and liquors and making certain meals with those. So let me know if you think about that also. All right, I love you. Talk to you later.